episode of Inspired Moments with Jumoke. My name is Jumoke Olaguju, and this program is powered by the Inspired Design School of Fashion. If you are joining us for the first time, check through our previous videos and remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of the videos I upload regularly. In my last class, we learned how to draft pattern for a female panties. Okay, basic pattern, a workable pattern, that is a pattern that you can adjust to suit your style of panties or taste. And this week I'll be showing you how to join it together, how to sew it. So with our patterns, we've cut out our pieces and I added seam allowance. You don't need a lot of seam allowance, by quarter of an inch, maximum half an inch, because when you are sewing panties, actually you work with like serger or overlocking machine to sew, so that you don't really need and you don't want to put seam allowance inside your panties, of course. So it's just a tiny piece. All right, we've cut out all our pieces. I'm using this fabric and I'm using, okay, I showed you the fabric last week. If you've not watched the video on how to draft the pattern, I'll drop the link below. Watch that first, cut out your patterns, and then we can start to sew. We'll be needing what's it called, laundry elastic for finishing the edges and all that. So we have two options. That we use this black, it will still look nice even though our material is red, but I think I'm just going to go with these ruffled red pieces. But okay, we'll talk more about that when we get there. So we have all our pieces. This is the front pattern. It's called to unfold, so that when you open it up, this is what you have. Okay, and then this is the back pattern, so that when you open it up, this is what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to work with the gusset. Most times the gusset is cut in a separate color. No, sorry, one is supposed to be the color of the material and the other can be another color, but there's nothing to say that you can't cut both from the same material. So I'll just cut the second one from my main fabric. So this is the lining for the gusset. Okay, so I have it here. So this is the main gusset and this is the lining piece. If you like, you can cut both the lining piece and the main one from the same fabric, but most times they use a different color fabric. This is a cotton fabric. So we're going to start working with the gusset first. So what I will do first is to, this is my front. You can start with either the front or the back. We're going to match it. You know, the front is different shape for the front and the back. I'm sure you remember how we drafted it, so you will sew it differently. We're going to stitch this part. Okay, let's just do it together. This is the lining piece. I'm going to place the lining underneath. So I'm sandwiching the main panties material between the two gussets. Then I'll stitch it here. It's very simple, but you need to pay attention. Okay, so we have the gusset on top, we have the main panties, and then we have the gusset underneath, so that when you're done stitching, this is how this piece is going to look like. Then the next thing we're going to do is to flip it open like this. So this is the right side of my fabric. I'll place the right side on top of right side and stitch the what's it called, the down part. I'm going to show you how to do it separately without doing that, also that you can get it, because you can actually sew the lining and the main piece together at the same time, just like we did for the front. Okay, so we're going to have something like this when we are done. So we need to use this to turn here. So basically this is what we want to do. We want to stitch this. So it's a little bit technical. I'm turning it in and then I'll use it to turn the inside like this. I'll stitch it. Okay, so that when I pull it out, I'm going to have something like this. So you can see that it's well turned in, right? Let me show you that again. Okay, so this is it. We want to use this gusset to turn this one in so that you don't make a mistake. Turn it like this, match up the edge inside even before you turn it so that you don't mess it up. Then you turn it like this and stitch. Okay, okay. Yeah. Then you turn it in. So we have our gussets fixed. It's going to be like that. Then we're going to flip it right side on right side and stitch the side. And like I said, we usually use like a zigzag stitch or overlocking machine to do this, but if you are making it for yourself and you don't have that yet, that doesn't stop you from still practicing. Okay, so we're going to stitch the side seam close. So let's quickly do that. Then when I come back, I'll just show you how to attach the trimmings or the laundry elastic, because we still need to put elastic here to draw it in a little bit, just a little. Is a stretch fabric already, and you can see that this panties is going to be as in full coverage, very big. So let's stitch it together, then we'll come back and attach the trimmings or the. So I've done the stitching, and you know, everything is together. And apart from joining the seams and the gussets, I've also turned the edges in. And because I'm using trimmings, I don't necessarily have to, you know, use an overlocking stitch to hold it down. I just turn it normally with my 1/4 inch seam. So this is it. Now the last thing we're going to do is to add our trimmings. If you put this on now as it is, it's going to stand, it's going to stay well, but we need to use this laundry elastic to pull it together a little bit, not so much. So what I'm going to do now is to take my trimmings or the elastic. I'm going to start from the edge here. So on the inside that I've turned in, I'm going to use this now to cover my turning here. So I'll just stitch here, then gently I'll be stretching, pulling the elastic, not too much. You don't have to pull it too much because this is should already be your waistline. If you measure it very well, it should sit right on your waist. Okay, so we'll just continue to stretch gently. Now that's for the waist. For the leg line, if you like, you can leave it like this, but if you want to add more starch to it, we can still add our elastic around the edges here. So the same way we did for the waist, we're just going to pull it a little bit to make everything. Don't pull it too much, otherwise it's going to be too tight. So let's add the laundry elastic, then I'll show you the finish, what it looks like. I finished panties. You know, I decided not to put any of this elastic at the leg line because it's too much frill, at least for an adult. And if I was using something like this, this one is not so, doesn't have much frill, I can use it at the leg line area. And also, like I said, if you don't want a full coverage pant like this, you can reduce the length of the side seam here. You know, follow the same process of shaping it and shaping this also, and you have a more fitted or more fancier pants, okay, or panties. So this is what a full coverage panties look like. Is I forgot the name is usually called. So that's it for this class. In my next class, hopefully I'm going to show you how to make a sport bra or a full coverage bra. So until we meet next time, please don't stop practicing. Stay inspired. Bye.